Welcome to Training Module 12. This focuses on problem solving. The outcome is to equip your staff with specific tools to use for problem solving. In this training, I'm going to provide you with two tools, the Pareto principles and then the PDCA formula or pattern in terms of problem solving. And the thing you want to understand is that you need to spend time thinking before you start acting. I love this quote, if I were given 1 hour to save the planet, Albert Einstein said, I would spend 59 minutes defining the problem and 1 minute resolving it. Now let's begin by helping your staff understand what a problem is. Here's the definition we're going to use. A problem is a gap between the actual condition and the desired condition. Problem solving then is closing the gap. Here's one method that can help you with that. It's Pareto analysis, and it comes from the Pareto principle 80-20. 20% of your problems cause 80% of the issues you deal with, etc., and it works back and forth. And there's 6 steps to it, from identifying, listing the problems to moving to the root cause, scoring them, grouping, adding, taking action. Here's a practice, and this practice can help you. But what I would suggest with your staff is that you actually come up with a real live agency-wide problem that they can identify and tackle. In step 1, I identify the problems, and I've identified 5 of them. Many staff members are showing up late for work. That's great, but I can't solve the problem until I know the root cause. And in this particular case, the root cause was ignorance of the requirements and a lack of accountability. And I'm going to score that on a scoring rubric, 1 being low intensity problem, 10 being a high intensity problem. This is a 9. This is a real problem for this particular agency. Notice too, the staff is often distracted. They really don't get focused. Well, the root cause is insufficient training and poor planning. That's a 7. It's a high intensity, not as high as a 9, but it's up there. And I go down through and I score all these. I identify the problem and the root cause. Then in steps 4 and 5, I group them and total score. And look how I group them. Number 1 was a lack of training. Problems 2, 3, and 5 were grouped together. Notice number 2, lack of accountability. Problem 1 and 5 was grouped together, and then value questions was the fourth question, or the 4th problem. When I actually add up the totals, I'm going to start in my problem solving focus on better training, because that had the highest score. My second focus will be to increase accountability. Can you see how Pareto analysis helps you to decide what you need to focus your problem solving on? This is a good process and has quite a bit of application for case management as well. The second and a more popular pattern for problem solving is the plan, do, check, act. And in each of these processes, the plan, there's some tools, 5 whys and drill down, because I need to know exactly what the problem is. The do tools are some brainstorming. The check tools will be just to create some samples. The act tools are some development of evaluation rubrics. And if you want to break it down farther, here's what the plan looks like. I've got to clarify the problem, and that's why we use these 5 whys. I really need to break down to get to what the root causes are. What, why, and how. There's some do, there's some check, there's some act, and each of these have a specific process that you can walk through. Again, I would walk your staff through an actual problem that you're facing and have them use this pattern to see if they can develop it fully. Now here's one of the tools we use on the plan portion. The 5 whys is very simple. You keep asking why until the root cause is identified. And it typically takes about 5 whys, hence the title, the 5 whys. You're constantly trying to find the root cause. No problem solving works effectively until you've identified the root cause. Here's the drill down technique. If 5 whys is used in groups, the drill down is used typically by an individual. You put the problem in the left-hand column. The client complains of a lack of responsiveness. Then you start adding to it. The next column, I'm too busy to send emails. Well, why are you too busy to send emails? Because I'm not good at keeping time or managing time. Why are you bad at managing time? And I keep writing down the columns until I begin to get to the root cause. Failure to get work completed. I'm unrealistic in scheduling. Again, you'll start tracing back to some of the root causes of what takes place, and then you can begin to actually plan and identify what solutions need to take place. These are two methods, the Pareto analysis and the plan, do, check, act process that will help you and your team become better problem solvers.